What is up, my friends? So, elections and everything, I'm just like, might as well stay up, right? And what do you have it? The Mandalorian has a new episode. So, last week we talked about how we saw Boba Fett in the end of the first episode. Today's episode starts right off where we left the last one. Mandalorian is looking for other Mandalorians, as we know, and he pretty much gets into a whole mess where he pretty much becomes a taxi driver. And we also see him give some dragon meat, and we see Baby Yoda be a dick. So let's talk about what exactly happened here. So, after receiving a tip of where he can find more Mandalorians, the Mandalorian has to give up part of the bargain that he was going to give in order to get this information, and that is taking a frog with him, and that frog has some eggs and trying to preserve their lineage. So he can't be traveling at full speed or anything because it would mess that all up. So him, the frog, and the child are traveling now to this other sector where they are going to be looking for Mandalorians. Now, they get intercepted, and this pretty much causes them to crash, and they end up in a, I would say, ice nightmare of sorts, because there's like some ice spiders on here, and you have Baby Yoda eating the eggs of the frog, and the frog is like not even having a clue that this is happening. And I'm just like, Baby Yoda, I hope you don't get caught. So we end up seeing Mandalorian sort of giving up hope, and then the frog gives a whole speech using a droid in order to be able to talk, because Mando don't speak frog, and frog don't understand Mando. And so the frog pretty much gets the Mandalorian back on his feet by saying, I thought that y'all stuck to y'all's word and everything, and your word was that you were going to get me safe to this sector, to my husband, so that our lineage could continue, but now you're just going to let us die in this icy tomb. This gets Mando riled up, and he starts to try and fix things. What we end up seeing, however, is that it ain't going to be that easy with some ice spiders lurking around. And so it looks like it's going to just be a bunch of little spiders and all this. And you're just like, well, I think they could take that. But no, Mama Spider shows up, and it just turns into shit. We see them scatter around all over the place trying to find how they will even be able to get out of all of this. Luckily, however, in the nick of time, the two X-Wings that were intercepting them show up and save the day from the spiders. They let Mando off the hook after realizing what he's done, even though he has an arrest warrant, and they help with the fixing of the ship. And so now we see Mando and the frog and Baby Yoda on their way once again, and we will see what happens. Now, in my honest opinion, this episode felt the most fillerish we've seen. But there is something about the Mandalorian and the way the episodes are crafted that you don't mind fillers, because I think they're done right. Because honestly, when fillers are done right, you don't even care that they're just a filler. But it is bridging together the first and the third episode, because I think the next episode we're about to get some pretty heavy shit, and I think that that's why they are like doing it this way. I believe we're going to be getting some more characters definitely in the next episode. We were all hoping for that character to appear this episode, but I'm pretty damn sure it's going to be in the next episode, so tune in for that. As I said, the child eating the frog's eggs, I was just like, holy shit, what is your Baby Yoda going to do if the frog notices this? But luckily, he was sneaky. He was sneaky, so that was a good thing right there. But yeah, it should be interesting to see what is going to happen next, if Mandalorian will find other Mandalorians once they do reach this next sector, and what that possibly will mean, if anything. Also, is Boba Fett going to make an appearance of sorts in the next episode as well? Will he be in this area, or will we have to wait a little bit longer to see him? And what exactly that will mean will be a question I think that many of us have. I will be making a video this weekend. Hopefully, I think I'll be able to pull it out talking about my theories on where I think the season's gonna go and where it fits in the larger frame of the timeline of Star Wars. If you want to catch that video, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications. On the road to 17,000 subscribers. Let's get to it. But yeah, as I said, this episode definitely felt very fillerish, but as I said, not in a bad way. I think The Mandalorian knows how to tell the story and really keep you engaged, because I had a good time and it was just a fun episode, to be honest. The spiders definitely creeped me the hell out, but I think that's exactly what they want you to feel, especially with the sound effects and all of that. So yeah, we're already a quarter into the season. The season is going to be 8 episodes. And so I'm pretty sure this next episode is when things are going to start picking up, just as we saw in the previous season. So I think they're trying to like get you pretty much cozy and be like, all right, you good now? You got it all like soaked in and all of that. Okay, we're about to hit you with the real shit right now. So I really do think that that's exactly what they're doing right now, and I think that the next episode we're gonna start to really unravel things. I think Boba Fett is going to be playing a big role with the Mandalorian, and even though they've said it's a small role, I feel like a small role that is going to have big implications by the end of the day is what I think for Boba Fett. There's no way they would just bring him in for a small little cameo or anything like that. We definitely will not be seeing the last of him, and I think there will be something of a lasting impression he's going to give on the Mandalorian, which should be interesting to see how all of that will play out. But what do you think is going to happen next? What do you think of Baby Yoda eating those eggs? As I said, I was nervous for Baby Yoda, and it's just like he's being a dick, but he's being cute as well. So I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, that is going to do it for me. Make sure you follow me on social media if you haven't already. Leave it down below. Make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to get to that 20,000 subscriber mark. I know we can get there together pretty soon. So make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Video on my theories for what's to come in the season will be out by this weekend. Hopefully I'll get all of that out. Check out my other videos if you haven't already checked them out. But that is just going to do it for me. As always, thank you for clicking on my video, for checking me out. I will be posting about The Mandalorian. As soon as we get episodes, I'll be watching them and posting my thoughts as I'm doing now. So make sure you tune in for that. As always, stay safe, stay positive. Hey, if you're still listening, check out the video on the left. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications. And I'll see you next time. Stay positive.